What's up guys, it's Flash back with some more charts and another video. Today is Monday, June 24th, 3 p.m. Eastern. Got a quick one for you guys today. Today we're going to be reviewing more or less time cycles and how they play into the price of URA and CCJ. And so for this I'm going to jump over to X and I want to point out David F. at Trading Hearst on X. Really good follow. He talks a lot about these time cycles. And so here's a post by him. This was back on June 12th, 2024. Okay. He says he does this analysis. The longer component around 150 days average wavelength is exerting power over price action now, troughing in late July, early August. So more or less on the bigger picture, we're going to zoom in here and he has this analysis. It looks like it's sigma dash I, but essentially what you can see here is price is really in a wavelength, and what he's pointing out is it goes up and down, and he's able to run some analysis on this that says about 150-ish days from maybe low to low or when we can expect price to maybe make changes going up or down, right? So if we go back onto the URA chart, I've kind of mapped this out here, and I'll take my measuring stick and I'll go between, this is on the daily chart, so let's one cycle, it's about 156 days, 150-ish days from a potential low to another potential low. And you can see here on the chart that this time cycle has been pretty good at finding the low, right? So back here in August, late August of 2021, there was a low. Now over in February of 2022, there was a low, and it goes on. You know, this is finding low points, more or less, right? It's not going to be maybe spot on, but if we zoom in here, here we are, another low. And so I think we're still correcting almost, I would say. And I think this URA has a little bit more downside ahead of it. I hate to say it. And so he says, you know, late July, early August, you know, maybe it's middle of August, but I think we can expect to find a low sometime in early August. And so what would that entail? You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I would expect price to maybe kind of continue to chop around and maybe even dip a little bit, shake people out, and then we can consolidate and go up the rest of the way until the next cycle low, right? So something just I'm seeing, you know, I try to learn from a lot of people on the internet. X is a great resource if you can find the right people. But I would say we still have a little bit of a correction and some downside ahead of us. But, you know, if we zoom back out to the monthly, we'll put it back on the candle chart. You know, it's still, I mean, yeah, it could be a bearish engulfing candle this month, but it just means we still have to build some energy to go sideways. And so maybe it's another month or two of sideways action on the URA chart. Big picture time frame, I mean, this is still a really, really good looking chart. And I'll even zoom in onto the weekly here. You know, you can see these cycles. Finding lows, finding lows, finding lows. And so, you know, if you picture this, the wavelength, you know, we're kind of coming down this wave, getting ready to make our low. But we have massive support under us, as we see from the monthly chart, right? And we know on my previous video, we're above major volume shelves, right? So I think we just have to eat up a lot of these transactions and find support here, build the energy. And again, my time horizon isn't for the next 5 to 10 years. So pullbacks, it's not going to go up in a straight line. Pullbacks are going to happen. The average pullback in the uranium space is like 30% off the highs. So if like we pull back 30% from here, you know, we could be coming down a little bit. So that's, you know, that's not ideal, I know. And I'm a bull just as anybody else is. But again, something to keep our eye on. If we can look over at CCJ as well. I do have the times on here. So this isn't as well defined. Maybe you have to go to the 2 or 3 day. We can match this up a little bit. Whoops. Just want to move this straight up pretty much. Move it out a little bit. But you can see like a low here, a low here, a low here, a low here, and then we broke out and ran. Made a little bit of a low here, made a little bit of a low here. So again, CCJ is kind of like the Bitcoin to crypto as CCJ is to the uranium space, right? It's the leader of the pack. I'm kind of fooling around. I'm gonna do another video that talks about these ABC formations, and we can pop up and get a higher high, but then we have to correct that whole move. I'm still kind of experimenting with how I want to explain that. So that's another video, but I would say the pullback zone is between, there's some fibs on here. And again, I'm not a huge Elliott wave guy, but this could be a little pullback zone, buy zone here, back in mid to late August, I would say, for CCJ. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that for you guys. Moral of the story is we can't get discouraged by frustrating price action. There are bigger cycles at play that go up and down, and a lot of it is defined by time, it looks like, right? And that's just like any other market, right? Uranium is just like any other market. We have to respect the market, and I think we're gonna be happy after that that dip into August, right? So let's have our eyes set on the bigger picture time frames, guys. Stay with me here. I'll be following along, and if you like this video, drop me a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.